Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going deep on journaling.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Nice.
It's a topic that's near and dear to your heart, right?
For sure.
And you sent in a whole bunch of articles, a website for Le Stallion.
Oh, wow.
So it seems like you're looking to level up your journaling game.
Yeah.
Maybe even snag that perfect notebook.
Right. I mean, who doesn't love a good notebook?
Along the way.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I'm really excited about this one.
Yeah, me too.
I was blown away by the history.
Oh, yeah.
One of the articles mentioned that ancient Egyptians were using papyrus scrolls for journaling.
Oh, wow.
Can you believe that?
No kidding.
Like way back then.
That's incredible.
That's some serious journaling history.
Yeah, it is.
So
It's,
who knew
right.
journaling had such deep roots?
It's fascinating, isn't it?
It really is.
Like going all the way back to
Yeah.
papyrus and then even those like really ornate journals.
That Renaissance thinkers used.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
It seems like people have always had this this urge to write down their thoughts and what they were experiencing.
It's pretty powerful.
It really is.
When you think about it.
Yeah.
It's not just like some trendy self-care thing.
Yeah.
It's like this.
Oh, it's been around.
It's woven into the fabric of
of who we are.
human history.
Yeah, for like a really long time.
For a really long time.
You know, thousands of years.
It's also changed
Right.
a lot over time. Like what started as this way to keep track of history and like what was happening in their lives. Now it's like, it's for everything.
It's for everything.
You know?
Yeah.
Boosting your creativity, being more mindful,
Right.
handling stress, setting goals.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It is so versatile.
It is.
And speaking of versatile, the thing that really caught my eye about Le Stallion journals is how they like really cater to all the different journaling styles.
Yeah.
Like they've got everything lined pages for just classic journaling.
Right.
Dot grid layouts if you're into bullet journaling.
Absolutely.
It's like
it's so important.
they really get it.
They do. You know, the physical like features of the journal you choose can like really make a difference in your whole journaling experience.
Yeah.
For better or worse. For example.
Yeah.
I've heard from so many people who do bullet journaling and they absolutely love the dot grid pages in Le Stallion. They're like, it's like just the right amount structure for making those nice bullet lists and calendars, but they don't like box you in creative.
Yeah, you don't feel limited.
Exactly.
Right.
It's a great example of how Le Stallion does this thing where they blend being practical with letting you express yourself however you want.
Makes total sense.
It does.
You know, I remember trying bullet journaling, just a regular lined notebook, and it was like, I just felt so constricted.
Right.
It was like the lines were like telling me what to do, what not to do.
Right.
It's like they're trying to control you.
I can see how those dot grids are like the best of both worlds.
It really is about finding the right tools.
Yeah.
That fit your style of journaling.
Yeah.
And like what you're trying to get out of it.
Absolutely.
And speaking of tools,
another
thing that's really cool about Le Stallion journals
is their paper. They use this like thick, high quality paper that keeps the ink from bleeding through.
Oh, yeah.
Which like a lot of people have that as like a pet peeve.
Yeah, that's a big one.
With journals.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember reading a story about a Le Stallion user who was a calligrapher.
Oh, wow.
And they were like raving about how the paper let their ink flow so smoothly without any feathering or bleed through, which is like so important when you're doing those intricate letters. I
can only imagine how frustrating it would be to have a beautiful piece of calligraphy just ruined by ink bleeding through. That's the worst.
And that's what's so great about how Le Stallion pays attention to all these little details, you know? They've really thought about the practical stuff that journalers need and made sure that the paper like helps you be creative instead of like getting in the way. They even have journals with watercolor paper for people
that's cool.
like to paint.
I've never even thought about using watercolors in a journal.
It's pretty cool.
But it sounds amazing.
It is.
Like another way to express yourself.
And speaking of possibilities, the way Lestadian does their binding, it's like a game changer. They call it a flat lay binding.
Oh, okay.
And it lets the journal lie totally flat.
Oh, wow.
So it's way easier to write across both pages. Yeah.
That's something I always struggle with in other journals.
I bet.
That binding makes it so awkward to write on that left side.
It's the worst.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's like you're wrestling with the notebook just to get your thoughts out.
It's like,
I've heard from other Lestadian users that this flat lay binding is a game changer.
It is.
Especially if you're like journaling on the go.
Right.
Can you imagine trying to jot down a quick thought on a bumpy train ride?
Yeah, you need that.
The flat lay design would be so clutch.
It makes things so much easier.
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
It's all about creating a writing experience that just flows and feels good, no matter where you are or how you're journaling.
Exactly.
And that's something Lestadian seems to have nailed.
They really do.
Yeah.
It seems like.
They've thought of everything. They've thought about every detail.
Right.
From the paper to the binding to make the whole journaling experience so much better.
And don't forget about how durable their journals are.
Yeah.
They use really good materials in construction to make sure that their journals can like handle everyday use.
Right.
I know someone who's had their Lestadian for over 5 years.
Wow.
And it still looks brand new.
That's incredible.
It's amazing. They're built to last.
They are.
You know, which is perfect for people who want a journal that's going to be with them for a long time.
A true companion.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Like investing in a high quality tool that's going to support you on your journaling journey.
Yeah.
For years to come.
Right. This focus on durability makes me think of how like historical figures would rely on their journals to like withstand the test of time.
Right.
Speaking of history, did you know Leonardo da Vinci was a huge journaler?
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
He was known for carrying a notebook with him everywhere he went, and he would fill it with sketches, inventions, observations about nature.
Wow.
Even grocery lists.
Really?
Yeah, it was like this extension of his brilliant mind.
Wow.
Like, you know?
That's pretty awesome.
It is.
It's incredible
I get
to think about those notebooks surviving all these years and giving us like a glimpse into his creative process.
Right.
That's really cool.
It really shows how a journal can be like this tangible record of our thoughts, ideas, experiences, something we can look back on and learn from.
It's like having a conversation with your past self.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Isn't that neat?
It is.
Like having a conversation with yourself from years ago.
I love that idea of a journal as a tangible legacy.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder, what kind of legacy would I want to leave behind in my own journals?
That's a good question.
What stories would I want to tell?
What would you want to say?
You know.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's a powerful question.
Yeah.
And it makes you realize that journaling isn't just about past.
Yeah.
It's also about shaping the future, you know, by writing down our goals, aspirations, even our fears. We're actively creating ourselves. It's like we're giving ourselves permission to dream and imagine what's possible.
And speaking of dreams, one of the articles you sent mentioned Oprah Winfrey's belief in the power of journaling. She even said,
what did she say?
That keeping a journal can change your life in ways you never imagined.
I love that. She's a great example of someone who's really embraced journaling as a tool for personal growth and self-discovery. She often talks about how journaling has helped her connect with that inner voice and make sense of her experiences.
Yeah, and I think that's something a lot of Lestadian users can relate to. I've seen so many testimonials.
Yeah, me too.
From people who have found clarity, healing, even a sense of purpose
It's amazing.
Through their Lestalian journals.
It is.
It's amazing
it is.
how a simple act like writing can have such a huge impact on our lives.
It's powerful stuff.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's not just about personal growth either.
Right.
I've been reading about how journaling can be a really powerful tool.
Absolutely.
For managing stress and anxiety.
It can be incredibly therapeutic.
Oh, yeah.
It gives you this safe space to express and process emotions, to untangle all that worry and stress that can build up inside.
Yeah.
Think of it like mental decluttering.
I like that.
You know? By getting those thoughts,
feelings out of our heads and onto paper, we create space for calm and clarity.
I love that.
Yeah.
Mental decluttering.
It's a good one.
It makes so much sense.
Right. Yeah.
And I can see how the physical act of writing things down would help release that tension. Like you're transferring the burden from your mind to the page.
It's like you're taking it out of your head and putting it somewhere else.
And it's interesting how certain Lestalian features can like enhance that tacteutic effect.
Yeah. For example, the soft touch covers on some of their journals, they're designed to be tactile and calming.
Right.
Almost like they're inviting you to hold the journal.
And find comfort in its pages.
It's like they consider the emotional well-being of the user as much as the practical aspects of journaling.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really thoughtful.
That's really thoughtful.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I can see how those little details can make a big difference.
They can.
In someone's experience, especially if they're using journaling to deal with stress or anxiety, you know?
It's all about creating an environment that feels safe and inviting, conducive to emotional expression.
And that's something.
And Lestalian seems to get.
They really seem to.
They really do.
Understand that.
Yeah.
You know?
They seem to have a deep understanding of what makes a journal more than just a notebook.
Yeah, more than just a blank book.
Yeah, it's like they created this tool that fosters connection. Connection with ourselves. Connection with our thoughts and emotions. Even connection with other people.
You bring up a really interesting point about connection with others. While journaling is often seen as the solitary practice, it can also be a really powerful tool for building and strengthening relationships.
Oh, how so?
Well, imagine using a journal to write letters to loved ones, capturing those special moments you've shared, or expressing your gratitude for them being in your life. Or maybe using a journal to document a shared experience, like a trip or a creative project. It becomes this tangible thread that connects you through words and memories.
And this is where Lestalian's focus on quality and durability really comes into play.
It does.
Knowing that your journal is built to last gives you the confidence to share those intimate thoughts and stories, knowing that they'll be preserved for years to come. That's a beautiful way to think about it.
Yeah, it's like those journals become these precious time capsules filled with love, laughter, shared experiences. And they serve as a reminder that even in this digital age, there's something really powerful about preserving memories through writing.
Through the written word.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's what's so captivating about journaling. It transcends time.
It really does.
It connects us to the past, guides us in the present, and inspires us to create the future we envision.
It's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So we've talked about a lot of the benefits of journaling.
We have.
But how do we actually choose the right journal?
Good question.
For ourselves.
That is a good question.
Right.
Because
there are so many options out there.
There are a ton.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even...
Yeah. So let's dive into some of the key things to consider when you're picking that perfect journal. So first up, we've got portability.
Okay.
Like, how easy is it to take your journal with you wherever you go?
Wherever you go.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you want something?
I want like a tiny little
compact that fits in your bag?
Right.
Or your pocket?
Yeah.
Or do you prefer something larger that you keep at home?
On your desk?
On your desk.
Yeah. Your bedside table?
Yeah. It's all about what works for you.
It really is.
And your lifestyle.
Yeah.
So thinking about portability, Lestalion actually offers.
Oh, they do?
Hosts small.
They offer a whole range of sizes. So you can find one that fits your needs.
That's good.
You know?
Yeah.
Whether you want something compact for on the go. Yeah. For your bag.
Or something more substantial. Yeah. Keep it home.
Right. At home. Yeah.
Another biggie is paper thickness.
Oh, yeah. Right.
This is a big one.
This is huge.
For me, too.
Nobody wants their ink to bleed through
the page. It's the worst.
Yeah.
Especially if you're using like a nice pen.
Right.
Or you're doing some fancy lettering.
No, totally.
Calligraphy. You know.
You don't want that.
It can ruin the whole thing.
It can ruin your whole journal.
And that's where Lestalion really shines.
Okay.
They use high-quality paper that's thick enough
to
prevent that bleed through.
Yeah, that's so important.
So you can use your favorite pens, markers, even watercolor. Without worrying about it showing through to the other side.
That's great.
Now, binding. Is another important factor to consider.
It really is.
Some journals have really stiff bindings that make it hard.
Yeah, it can be hard.
To write on the left-hand side.
Oh, the worst.
The left-hand side.
You know, and you
end up with all this unused space.
Yeah, you end up with like half a journal.
But Lestalion uses a special flat lay binding.
I love that.
Which lets the journal
that lets it
lie completely flat.
Completely flat.
So you can write comfortably across both pages.
On both pages.
No more wrestling.
Yeah. No more wrestling.
With the spine.
With the spine.
Right.
It's great.
It's a game changer.
Game changer, for sure.
For sure.
And then, of course, we have to talk about cover design.
Yeah.
Right?
This is a big one.
It's all about personal preference. But you want something.
Yeah, you want something.
That, you know, speaks to you.
Right.
Something.
Yeah.
That you'll love looking at every day.
That's so important.
And Lestalion has a wide variety of cover designs to choose from classic leather to more modern and minimalist options.
Cool.
And finally, we have page type.
Page type.
Do you prefer
lined pages for traditional journaling, or maybe dot grid for bullet journaling, or blank pages for sketching and drawing?
Depends what you like.
Lestalion has you covered.
Oh, they do.
They offer all three.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
It is. It is.
I have all the options.
Yeah. So no matter what your journaling style is, Lestalion, they've got you covered.
Yeah, they've got you covered.
Has the perfect journal.
They do.
That's awesome.
It's really cool.
It is.
In today's like fast-paced digital world, journaling offers this sanctuary, you know, for slowing down, unplugging, reconnecting with ourselves. I love that. It's like hitting the pause button on the constant stream of information.
Distractions.
Yeah, all the noise.
All the noise.
It can be overwhelming.
And it allows us to tune in to our own thoughts and feelings.
Different feelings.
I remember reading a quote from Anne Lamott that really captures this sentiment.
Okay.
She said,
what'd she say?
Almost anything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you.
Oh, that's good.
Right.
That's a good one.
And journaling can be that act of unplugging, creating space for stillness, reflection amidst the chaos of everyday life.
It's like we're giving ourselves permission to just
be.
Be. Yeah.
And I think that's what makes Lestalion journals so special.
What is it?
They're more than just notebooks.
Yeah.
They're tools.
They're tools that
empower us to embrace this practice of unplugging and self-discovery.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
And with their
thoughtful design,
high-quality materials, attention to detail.
Yeah.
They
really great.
create an experience that elevates
Yeah.
journaling to an art form.
It's like they thought of everything.
It's like they anticipated the needs of the modern journaler.
The modern journaler.
You know, providing everything from durable covers, lay flat binding, to a variety of page styles, sizes, to suit every preference.
Right.
They even offer journals with inspiring quotes embossed
Oh, cool.
on the covers,
Yeah.
adding a touch of motivation, encouragement to your writing journey.
Those little touches
It's those little touches
make such a difference.
that make a big difference.
They do.
And for those who might be feeling a little overwhelmed by the whole world of journaling.
It can be a little intimidating sometimes.
Lestallion has a ton of resources
Oh, cool.
on their website.
Awesome.
They have articles on
what kind of articles?
different journaling techniques, prompts to get your creative juices flowing.
Right.
Even tips
Yeah.
on how to choose the right journal
That's helpful.
for your needs.
It is.
So it's like having a personal guide
It's a little guide.
to help you navigate the journaling landscape and discover the approach that speaks to you.
That works for you.
So whether you're drawn to gratitude journaling, bullet journaling, art journaling, or just pouring your heart out on the pages, there's a style and a Lestallion journal
And a journal for that.
waiting to be discovered.
That's cool.
This has been such an inspiring deep dive. We've explored the history
The rich history
of journaling, uncovered the
elements
of a truly great journal,
and a great journal.
and delved into the power of putting pen to paper.
The power of writing.
But as we wrap up, I'm left with one lingering question.
Okay.
If you could travel back in time and chat with one of the historical figures we mentioned, like Leonardo da Vinci, Anne Lamott, Oprah Winfrey, who would it be?
Oh, that's a good question.
And what would you ask them
Wow.
about their journaling practice?
That is a good question.
It's something to think about.
It is. It makes you realize that journaling is this practice that connects us to this long line of thinkers, creators, seekers. Came before us.
So as you embark on your own journaling adventure, remember that you're joining
a rich
tradition, a community
of
voices
that
spans centuries. Beautifully said.
Thank you.
And we'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
On that final question, who would you have that journaling conversation with?
That's a good one.
And what secrets would you hope to unlock?
I'll have to think about that.
Yeah. Until next time.
Yeah.
May your words flow freely and your journals become cherished companions.
Cherished companions.
On your life's journey.
Absolutely.